I need to time this better. Hey guys, it's Micah from Sapulpa Times.
And Lucy with the City of Sapulpa. It is so windy.
Yeah, we're enjoying it though because it's going to be 100 freaking degrees later. Sorry about that. This is the family show.
It's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow.
And for the rest of the week.
And then on Friday, it's going to be 103.
103, yeah. You know, we could not have done that better with a giant truck rolling by right as we're trying to do our show. My gosh, people. Anyway, let's talk about all the stuff that we got going on this coming week, which isn't a ton. There's like one big event that we want to talk about. Before we do that, actually, before we even recap the weekend, let's talk briefly about the weather. You just kind of mentioned it, but like it's going to start getting hot. In fact, they're saying that it's going to be the hottest part of the summer this next week. And so y'all stay safe. Just avoid the sun monster if you can. It's, I don't even know. We might have to find an air-conditioned space to do our show on Wednesday or something. If it's like this, it wouldn't be too bad.
No.
Because I'm pretty great right now. There's a nice breeze coming down the alleyway. And
it's more than a breeze. Look at my pants.
Yeah. It's definitely a stiff waft. It's wafting her pants.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, okay, so it's going to be hot this week. Be ready, okay? And then school starts, so you know life is pretty much over. Let's recap what happened over the weekend. And since you were there, I will let you talk about the end of the park party. You guys went by and saw that. Tell people how it was.
So end of the park party, we closed down the pool this Saturday. It went great. I had big plans of going over there, and when I pulled up, there was not a parking spot one.
Great.
So there was kids all over the Jupiter Jump obstacle course. The pool was packed. The live music was getting set up. The hot dogs were out there. It was phenomenal. There were people parked up on the top where the old splash pad was.
Oh yeah.
There was people everywhere. The park even it was full of people. So it looked like a fantastic turnout. We'll have to chat with Susan to see if they got some numbers on all of that. But it looked like a ton of fun, and it was a great way to close out the pool for the summer.
I'm not surprised at all that you had that kind of a turnout. Liberty Park is a great spot for that kind of thing because it sits right in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, everybody, if you're within walking distance, there's no reason not to go hang out. So, great job on that, guys. Sapulpa Parks Department for putting that on. Thank you guys for that. Great way to close down the pool. So, in fact, why don't we just take this opportunity? Normally the pool is open until Labor Day. This year they decided to close it up early. Lucy, why don't you tell them why you guys decided to do that?
So previously we stayed open during the week until school started, which would have been August 15th. And then we went to weekends only through Labor Day. But during that time, we always had a lot of issues with staffing. We have a lot of college kids and definitely high school age kids that work for us during the summer. And so the college-age kids obviously go back to school, and they're not driving in the weekend for minimum wage. I didn't do it either whenever I worked there. So when you get to college, you're ready. Things are starting very early. And then for the high school kids, they go to school all week, and then they don't want to spend their weekend there at the pool either. So it was like pulling teeth to staff it and make sure that we had the lifeguards in order to have occupancy as high as possible. There were days where we could only let 50 people in because of the amount of lifeguards that we had that could work. And so things like that, it's not worth the struggle for the city. And so we decided this year that when our students decided or were ready to go back for school, we were just going to close the park down. Okay,
well that makes sense. And yeah, there's a high school student, not only, some of them are already getting back into school thing. Like my son had to be at the school 7:30 this morning because he's in band, and so band camp starts up, and so he'll be there all day. And so if he had like a job at the pool, I'm pretty sure he'd be exhausted after all that. So anyway, the pool's done for the season, guys. I hope you had the chance to enjoy it over the summer. The other big thing that we had happening over the weekend was the music on the square, and we had Chris Hyde here. This was a fantastic show. Chris Hyde is a very talented musician. Came out here and did a lot of songs that you guys would probably know and could sing along to. It was a great time. We had Anything But Dogs food truck out here. We did have a bouncy castle out here also. And then mostly people just brought their chairs and hung out and listened to the great music and just enjoyed the time. I'd say we probably had about 100 people here gathered over in Herald Square. The next one is going to be actually on my birthday on August 24th. We are going to have, what is his name? Oh man, I've been talking about him all weekend. I can't remember now, but he's awesome. I can't remember his name right now, but he's apparently he's the guy that Chris Holder said ought to be able to fill up a stadium.
Okay.
That's how great he is. This is the guy who treats his body for singing like an athlete treats their body. Okay? He'll do vocal exercises and breathing treatments and stuff just to make sure that he's in good shape to sing for you that night. Okay? He's serious about it. So anyway, it's going to be a great show. That's going to be at the end of August. We'll tell you more about that as it gets here. We're going to start pushing that really hard in the next couple of weeks. And so you guys be ready for that. But the music on the square this last Saturday was also awesome. Hope you had the chance to come out and hear Chris Hyde. If not, be sure to come down to the next one. It's going to be a great time. So that is the weekend recap. Now we got to talk about what's coming up this week. And I know we got the farmers market on Thursday, which we're all kind of in the habit now. I mean, you just swing by on Thursday after work. But the big one is the King of the Open Road that is happening. And so this is the first time I think this is coming to Sapulpa. And King of the Open Road, it is a big, big deal. And we're talking, how many cars did he say that we would have?
Around 250 to 300.
Yeah, and that's just the regular King of the Open Road cars. Then he also said there'd be 100 drag cars coming in also. Got to separate the breathing thing there. Anyway, so this is going to be happening on Friday about 3 o'clock. It looks like they're going to shut down Dewey Street from Main all the way to Elm. And then they're going to bring in all of these cars. They got different places they're supposed to stop in Sapulpa as part of the King of the Open Road race. One of them is right behind us, the Crossroads Cookery. And then I think they've also got Gasoline Alley. And is it the museum, the auto museum outside of town? Is that the other one? Or is Crossroads the only one? Anyway,
it's Crossroads, and then they're going to the TP.
Oh, the TP. That's right. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting it confused with a different event that we had this summer. So yeah, that's right. They're going to be going down to the TP, and I think they're watching Toy Stories or something that night. So it's going to be a great time. So anyway, you guys be ready for that because there's going to be a lot going on down here on Friday afternoon. Probably won't be able to find a parking space right here on Dewey Street because it's going to be cram-packed full of classic cars. And that's not all. Lucy, what else do we have happening that day involving helicopter rides?
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know what else. So we have partnered with Fly Tulsa. I say we. It was not a city thing.
This is Sapulpa Cruise Night. That's flat.
Yes, yeah, the cruise night has. So we will be having helicopter rides. They will set up over in the First Christian.
Yeah, First Christian parking lot.
Parking lot on Lee. And you can get helicopter rides for $40 from 3 to 7.
Yep. And actually, I think the deal is, I'm not sure you'll be able to just walk up and pay $40. I think they may be already booked out before the event even starts. Yeah. That's kind of what he was telling me on the phone. So you may want to see if you can actually book that ahead of time. Or not. Maybe not. Maybe you could just walk up and get one. That would be cool too.
I think that's kind of how they're promoting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, never mind then. Scratch that. We'll fix that in post.
Just show up at the First Christian parking lot and talk to Fly
Climb in the helicopter.
And pay your $40. Okay.
That'd be a lot of fun.
From 3 to 7.
Yep, 3 to 7. So in the middle of all of that, there's going to be food trucks. There's going to be vendors down here. It's going to be a great time. Friday evening. It is going to be warm, so we're looking at a temp of 103 that day. So hopefully things will start to cool off in the evening. But definitely a great chance to come down and see some classic cars that are on their way to the King of the Open Road race, which I think starts in Arcadia.
I don't know.
And then they make their way through Sapulpa and then they go back or something like that.
Yeah, they race on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah. They just come here to get their token. That's the whole point they're coming to Sapulpa, is to get their token so that they can race on Saturday. So it's a whole thing, you know. If you're not part of the car culture, you probably wouldn't. I don't get it either. I'm not part of that. So
all right, and on Monday we have our Sapulpa High School varsity volleyball team that will be taking on the alumni volleyball players at the Chieftain Center at 6 p.m. You can get your tickets for $10. You can contact a volleyball player or you can buy the tickets at the door. I do know that the volleyball players are being pushed to sell tickets early.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you know a volleyball player or you need to get in touch with one, you can reach out to me, and we will get you some tickets before the game.
You guys need to reach out to Lucy and convince her to be a part of this game also. She is an alumni, but she hasn't played in so long, she's kind of afraid to get back out there.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think last year the alumni won the game.
They
if
probably
I remember
did.
right.
They probably did.
They get out
I'm
there and
not
they
saying
kick
that the
tail.
new coach isn't as good, but we were taught by the best. So.
Okay. I mean, you could get out there and prove that to everybody by playing.
I'll just watch.
It's your call. All right. Well, I'll be there to watch too because it was a lot of fun last time as well.
Okay.
So, all right. So, I think that's it. Oh, I got a joke today. Yes.
I was about to say I had one. If you
Did
didn't,
you? No, I do have one because
you
I heard it
didn't
over the
bring one on
weekend.
Friday. No joke.
No, yeah, I know. I've gotten out of the habit of doing jokes every time, but I got one today.
Okay.
Okay. What do you call a moose with no name?
What?
Anonymous.
Kind of cute.
Yeah.
That was kind of good.
Tell your friends. That was a good one. So, all right, guys. That's it for the show today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys again on Wednesday when it is even warmer and we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.